हिजो अल जजिराको एउटा भिडियो हेर्दै थिएँ रेप कल्चर बढाएछ म्याम एउटा एक्जाम्पल मात्र दिएको मैले हुन्छ नि होइन विच इज वान अफ द बिगेस्ट थिङ्स द्याट आई कुड सी राइट हियर होइन त्यो देख्दाखेरि सुन्दाखेरि हजुरलाई कस्तो फिल हुन्छ म्याम के गर्ने
I'll tell you, I did a research on rape. I did a research in 2001 or 2 on rape, incest and polygamy in Nepal. And it was a हाम्रो यहाँ नेपालको एउटा टिम थियो एउटा पाकिस्तानको थियो and त्यो बेलामा it was very gratifying for us to see that Nepal was less violent. There was no use of weapons. अनि त्यो बेलामै पाकिस्तानमा चाहिँ अब गोली पनि हान्ने छुरीले पनि काट्ने बन्ड वेपन्सले हाल्ने नेपालमा चाहिँ भुत्लाउने यस्तो यस्तो थियो बट द्याट कल्चर चेन्ज्ड एज अ रिजल्ट अफ द कन्फ्लिक्ट there are good things that conflict brought about, there are bad things that conflict brought about. So Nepali people's acceptability of violence as a means to something has gone up. That is one factor that I analyze as a psychologist. The other thing is, this Jun Hamro internet is like not censored enough. There are all sorts of things, and young minds are like going crazy looking at it. So we have to have some sort of barrier so people don't have access to all these useless things, Ani human being ma ke huncha thaha cha? If you have extra Y like XY huncha ni ta, men ma, women are XX, you have a Y gene and you become a man. There are almost 10% of the population have an extra Y gene. So XYY boy, when you are more prone to violence, more prone to criminal activities, and it's very common. So teslai prosay dini khalko, like if you see the games that people play on the net, so violent, you're always killing somebody. Shooting, pushing, ani dhanga hanne. I mean, I when my son was playing, I used to feel very worried. I said, "Ki game khela baba? It's so violent." The songs are also full of violence. So your culturally, I think like rape has gone up. Maybe there's frustration also, and rape with murder, which we never used to hear. Euta hami sano there was Samita Numita भन्ने के case थियो पोखराको. I remember that case, and it made a sea change in Nepal. Then everyone was so scared. I remember I was not even allowed to go outside my house for years.
70s, 80s.
70s, 80s ma kaile hoina. 70s ma hola. I was still in school. अब अहिले त like rape and murder is like every second day.
लमा अझ कडाई गर्न मिल्छ?
लमा कडाई गर्न पर्यो. अर्को चाहिँ the investigation of rape ma we need a special team. We don't have it in Nepal. Because your rape बढेपछि I had gone to the Attorney General's office to say, why do people not get condemned? किन उनीहरूलाई चाहिँ समात्दैन? Because the researchमा पनि त्यो देखायो कि एउटा त रिपोर्टिङै कम हुन्छ. 80% of the people never report they were raped because अब social boycotting हुन्छ, stigma हुन्छ भनेर. And among the reported cases also, 80% of the cases are dropped because rapist को मान्छेहरू mostly they are powerful people and अब the rape भएको मान्छे is अलिक कम उसको पनि अब यी भयो भने पनि यति embarrassment and like so much harassment and what happens investigate गरे एउटा ठाउँमा पुग्दाखेरि investigating officer चेन्ज हुन्छ अनि त्यो चेन्ज भएपछि फेरि अर्कोले त्यो त्यसरी इन्भेस्टिगेटै गर्दैन. So we need a special, I don't know whether it's already done, I haven't really looked into it. We should have special investigation teams for rape. एउटा त्यो भयो हैन, law and enforcement. The other is changing the environment, the social environment of the country. And that means monitoring the internet and also monitoring the TikToks. Have you seen the Nepalese TikToks? I can't believe Nepali केटीहरूले त्यस्तो टिकटक बनाउँछ. केटीहरूको पनि फल्ट छ यस्तो. सो यसमा चाहिँ some sort of अब कन्ट्रोल भन्ने झ्याप्प कन्ट्रोल त होइन. You are allowed to express yourself, but what is a good expression? Yeah, what is the good expression and what is a bad expression? What is the expression that can harm you? You might be like, not only harming you, you might be creating a culture which you don't want to live in. So यो सबै कुरालाई चाहिँ analysis गर्नुपर्छ. And अहिले चाहिँ the government has made an IT commission. Hopefully, this is going to be one of the agendas they'll look at, What is socially acceptable on the net and what is not? Because that is also creating that environment. So I think these things need to be changed. And also awareness among the girls. Because I lived, I went out as a student when I was 16 years old. 1-2 times my mother dropped me this, which I used to travel on my own. Your instinct always protects you. So whenever my nieces went out to study, I told them, Babu, anytime you feel somebody doesn't have the right intention, towards you, whether afne nojike manche bhaye pani, be aware. Because your instinct always tells you, it warns you and it protects you. So the girls should understand that, because they think of domestic violence and rape inside in your own house.
What do you like to go ahead and say to young females of our country, ma'am?
I would tell them to trust your instincts. Whoever you feel uncomfortable in the presence of, always be aware of that person. It could be anybody. It could even be a blood relative.
Yeah.
But if you feel as a woman that tele malai herni drishti, the way he looks at me, the way he tries to touch me, I am not comfortable. That means you are in danger.
Speak out.
So you have to speak out. You have to avoid. You have to tell your parents, whoever you trust, avoid the situation. So afma pani bhar parcha, how you guard yourself. We used to also go clubbing when we were young. So, but we never used to allow anyone to give us a ride. I mean, after transportation, so all of the girls would get together. We'd have somebody we trusted and have a safe drive home.
Have your own team.
Have your own team. Those are basic things wherever you go.
This program is brought to you by Vyas Studios.
Thank you very much for supporting the podcast so far. And if you want to see more content, more shows, then make sure that you subscribe to our channel.